Hi. My name is Erica LaShawn. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome. It is February 21st, 2025. It's 8:28 p.m. Okay, so another Friday. I think I'm loving Fridays. We all love Fridays, but I'm like really loving mine because people didn't work their remote days and stuff like that. People be finagling and stuff like that. And nobody's really there but me and like a handful. Well, forget everybody else. My unit is awesome. All right, so this is gonna be kind of short, but I really want to talk about smart glass. So if you haven't heard about smart glass, okay, I've experienced it and I was amazed. I got my paper. So, all right. Wikipedia and them said smart glass, also known as switchable glass, dynamic glass, and smart tinting glass, is a type of glass that can change its optical properties, becoming opaque or tinted in response to electrical or thermal signals. This can be used to prevent sunlight and heat from entering a building during hot days, improving energy efficiencies. It can also be used to conveniently provide privacy or visibility to a room. There are two primary classifications of smart glass: active or passive. The most common active glass technologies used today, I don't have my girl out, are electronic, elect, electrochromic, electrophonics, hooked on phonics, electrochromic, electrochromic, liquid crystal, and suspended particle devices, in parentheses SPD. Thermochromic, Lord, THERMOCHROMIC, and photochromic, PHOTOR, stop, PHOTOCHROMIC, are classified as passive technologies. Okay, so I'm gonna stop. All right, so smart glass. So I've experienced this before, and it made me want to have it in my home. So one day, if you ever come over, the small bathroom may have smart glass. Yeah, it's always a little small bathroom for people to use. And they don't have to use your real bathroom. They can use a small bathroom. So it looks like this. I've experienced it. I went somewhere or whatever. I don't know. It was a business setting or something. And I was like, oh, can I use the bathroom? Whatever I was doing. I can't even remember. Whatever I was doing. I was like, can I use the bathroom? They was like, sure, right there. I was like, okay. So when I was walking to the bathroom, I could see the bathroom through the glass. The toilet and the sink. It was a small bathroom in like a business setting. I don't whatever. So I'm walking towards the bathroom and I could see everything. So I'm thinking like, okay. So I go in the bathroom and I kind of looked at them and they kind of motioned like, you know how you do your hand like lock it. Somebody was like, they did their hand like when you say like lock it, like turn the lock. Yeah. I closed that bathroom door. This is in the straight up area. It wasn't even no side stuff. There was like right there. The bathroom was right there. I was like, oh, okay. I went in that bathroom. I was looking like, wait, it's glass. You could see through it. So y'all, I turned that light, that lock. All of it was like shoo, frost. I couldn't believe it, y'all. I couldn't believe it. When I locked the door, the whole glass went like shoo. I said, "Oh my God!" It was like something I've never seen it since. This was many many years ago, and I was kind of thinking like, "Wow, that's kind of cool though." Like on the low, I'm like, "Wait, everything like a movie." The door, the wall, whatever I was when I turned that lock, the whole glass just instantly was like shoo. I said, "Oh Lord, I love this town. I love this town." I was like, "What is that?" So okay, so here we go, smart glass. And don't you repeat yourself. Smart glass, also known as switchable glass, dynamic glass. Okay, we did that. Smart tinting glass. Okay, blah blah. We did that. I did that. We installed in the. I always get tripped up with envelope and envelop. When installed in the envelope of buildings. Yep, I was in a building. I would do it in my home. But anyway, smart glass helps to create climate adaptive building shells, which benefits include such as natural light adjustment, visible comfort, UV, and infrared, infrared blocking, reduced energy use, thermal comfort, resistance to extreme weather conditions, and privacy. Some smart windows can self-adapt to heat or cool for energy conservation in buildings. Smart windows can eliminate the need for blinds, shades, or window treatments. I kind of got into some other stuff because you can have one of these in your picture window, like in your living room. Shout out to Lakita. Hey, girl, what up? They got their picture window. She lived, around the corner, across. We always say around the corner, but it's always in walking distance. But their picture window was a one-sided window, and I looked that up too. But you can really get your picture window in your living room. You can get it a certain glass where they put some. Okay. I ain't even gonna do that. I read too much about it, but it's like a two-sided mirror. Like when you get arrested or whatever, they be looking at you the whole time. And they know they be looking at you, but you can't see them. But it's the same technology. So Lakita and them had, Lakita and them had that in their picture window. So when I would pull up or whatever, I could not see inside their living room, but I come in, take my shoes off, whatever. I could see outside, but you can't see in. So that's good. Okay. Noted. So you can get this in your home. Like you can have a home and you can get your picture window like that. So it's a two-sided mirror. You don't need no blinds, you don't need no curtains, you don't need nothing. No one can see in. You can really see out. Some effects can be obtained by laminating smart film or switchable film onto flat surfaces using glass, acrylic, or polycarbonate, polycarbonate laminates. Some types of smart films can be applied to existing glass windows using either a self-adhesive smart film or special glue. Spray-on methods for applying clear coatings to block heat and conduct electricity are also under development. Okay, history. The term smart window, quote unquote, originated in the 1980s. It was introduced by Swedish material physicist. I'ma spell it CLAES-GO with the two dots at the top, RANGRANGVIST. Okay. From the University of Technology in Chalmers, CHALMERS, who was brainstorming ideas for making building materials more energy efficient with scientists from Lawrence Berkeley National Laboratory in California. Granvitz, GRANQVIST, used the term to describe a response window capable of dynamically changing its tint. The following, it goes into tables. The following tables show an overview of the different electricity switchable smart glass technologies. Okay, you got to be on one to even want to like think this or want to do this. It's amazing. I got in that bathroom. It was a small bathroom, and I was just like, what? And I'm not really sure if they told me to do it, if I just did it. I'm not really sure. But when I flipped the lock to lock the door, all of it was like, shoo. I was like, oh, nah. Oh, nah. It goes from electronic devices, polymer dispersed liquid crystal devices, suspended particle devices, micro blinds. You can do it with the blinds. The blinds make it opaque. Anyway, I just had to talk about smart glass. I've experienced it. It's something I have never seen before. I saw it. I don't know. You might come over and I might have that in a little bathroom. Anyway, let's get on myths. 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 Let's talk about myths. Myths are just myths. Kind of hard on the tongue. You got to be able to, pronunciate. Is it pronunciate? Okay. Your teeth are very important. That's a whole different story. I never knew how important teeth were. Okay, that's a whole different story. Anyway, myths. Myths are widely held thoughts or beliefs that are not generally true. Beyond just being misinformation, myths and misperceptions often create negative attitudes and even prejudice. This is the most often case when it comes to understanding homelessness. So that's where I'm going with this. The homeless. Now, some have myths about the homeless that we might think we don't talk about, we don't share, or whatever. So here we go. Merely understanding the truth about homelessness and the people who became homeless often opens the door to create a community of people willing to help their fellow neighbors who happen to be experiencing homelessness. Okay? All right, let's go through the myths. Yeah, that's hard on the tongue. Myths. People are homeless by choice. That's a myth. People are homeless by choice. That's the myth. Fact. No one starts life to become homeless. People are homeless for a wide variety of reasons, a good number of which at least partly and often mainly beyond a person's control. Homelessness occurs when people or households are unable to acquire and or maintain housing. Two significant factors that account for homelessness are the lack of jobs that pay a living wage and the lack of affordable housing. Additionally, people lose jobs and then housing. Women run away to the streets to escape domestic violence. Many people have experienced significant trauma and cannot cope with life. Others struggle with mental illness, depression, or post traumatic stress. Yes, poor choices can contribute to homelessness, but outside these circumstances, strongly influence those. I'm gonna go fast. Influence those choices. Excuse the paper or whatever. According to the 2017 Trauma Hillsborough COC, homelessness count 37% of people experiencing homelessness said they were homeless because of unemployment slash financial reasons. 12% cited medical slash disability issues that led to their homelessness. Okay, let's move forward. Another myth. If people experiencing homelessness wanted to, they could pull themselves out of it. The fact is, once an individual or family loses their home, getting back into housing can feel nearly impossible. Most people lose housing because of financial situations. They simply do not have enough money to provide housing for themselves or their families. Because many of job loss and unemployment. Imagine trying to get a job when you have no address to put on a resume, no phone number, no shower, and no clean pressed clothes. Often, I hate wrinkles. Often, things like physical, mental, employment, health, lack of transportation, and legal issues hinder progress even more. Okay, real quick. I was a CPS worker for 11 years. Okay, I'm at a desk now. I'm chilling. Whatever. I paid my dues or whatever. But I was out pounding the pavement on them streets. And at one time, one of my families, I'm from New York. So we have something here called PATH, PHTF. I'm sure it stands for something. However, we refer our families to PATH. It's in the Bronx. Even if you live in Brooklyn, even if you live, in a different borough, you got to go to PATH if you are homeless and you have children. So one day, I decided to go with one of my clients and her kids because I wanted to experience the process, because I wanted to know, like, what do my clients really be going through. So I was like, Miss So-and-so, I said, I'm going to go with you. I'm going to meet you up there, whatever. Met her up there, whatever. They sit all day. Lunchtime come, you get a brown paper bag lunch. It's a dry bologna sandwich. I mean dry. The two bread, the bologna, a pack of 2 packs of mustard, 2 packs of mayo, a juice box, and some like chips or something like that. So I sat with my client that whole day, and nothing happened. And she said, Miss Pitts, you see? And at the end of that process, they have to go back to a shelter. Because you get placed in a shelter, but the goal is to go to PATH so that you can get permanent housing. PATH, they offer busing, so they will bus your kids to school. However, the process goes, and if you don't, it's kind of like the lottery. It felt like the lottery. They just sit there all day, and they wait for their number to come up, and they wait for availability. Oh, and an apple. Okay. So I did the process with them because I wanted to see, like, what do they really go through or whatever. And my client, I went my way, she went hers. They went back to the shelter. Well, what I just saw on the news recently, they've unlocked housing because they put a lock on it for years. I'm 16 years in, so I didn't watch the whole thing unfold. I'm 17. I started in October 2007. Whatever. Anyway, I'm looking at retirement. Anyway, I got 8 years. New York City, y'all gonna pay me for the rest of my life. Sorry. I'm gonna hold on. And I'm gonna do other stuff to make money. Y'all gonna pay me though. Whatever. Okay, stop. So We didn't get it that day. And that was it. And families, they do it. They have to do it every day. They have to go through path. And see, okay, you could be sleeping on somebody's couch, like your friend, your mama, your cousin, your sister, your brother, whatever. But when you go through the process, they will ask you, where was the last time you slept? Well, no, what was your last address? That's the question. And I speak to my clients on the phone and stuff, so they tell me stuff, but I want to see it for myself. They'll ask you, what's the process? Oh, no, they'll ask you, what was your last resident? Your last residence. And if you put your mama address down there, your sister, your brother, your daddy, your granny, whatever, they will call them and say, well, when was the last time they were there? Your family don't know the system. Your family think they trying to help. Your family be like, well, she was here last week, her and the kids and stuff like that. That's the wrong thing to say. That's the wrong thing to say, because they will say, well, you got a place to stay. You don't qualify. So that you back at square one. You don't qualify. You got to say, I sleep on a park bench. You got to say, I sleep on the subway. You got to say, I sleep on the MF sidewalk. You got to tell them I ain't got no place to stay, because if you put an address down, if you say, well, somebody just helping me out or whatever, you gonna be denied. Okay, moving forward. Okay. Moving forward, myth. Most people experiencing homelessness are addicted to drugs and alcohol. Fact. While many people experiencing homelessness do not report having a substance abuse issue, most report that the addiction occurred after, they put after in all caps, after they became homeless and was not the cause of their homelessness. Often, people experiencing homelessness turn to alcohol or drugs to dull the realities that come with living on the street. While it depends on the person, many people find that they no longer find that they need or desire to continue with their addiction once they are off the street. Next, myth. People experiencing homelessness come to Tampa/Hillsborough County because of our good weather. This is coming from, all right, so this is out of Tampa. I'm assuming. I didn't write down. So people assume that they come there because of the good weather. Fact. The 76% of people experiencing homelessness report that they lived in Hillsborough County for at least a year prior, in all caps, to the first time they became homeless, in parentheses, based on the 2017 Tampa Hillsborough County COC Homeless Count Survey responses. This is not a new trend either, as in all homeless counts conducted in Hillsborough County since 2007, at least 70% of people experiencing homelessness reported having either already resided in Hillsborough County, okay, that's Florida, for at least a year to becoming homeless. Next, myth. People experiencing homelessness need to, quote unquote, just get a job. Fact. Getting a job is a challenge for most people these days and incredibly difficult for a homeless person. Most lack clean clothes, showers, transportation, a permanent address, and phone number. Others have a criminal past, learning disabilities, and a lack of education that holds them down. Others have a source of income through employment, disability, and or VA benefits. However, their income is insufficient to afford housing in our community. According to the 2017 Tampa Hillsborough County COC Homeless Count Survey responses, 42% of homeless adults residing in shelters have income with an average monthly of $1,075. Nearly 13% of unsheltered homeless adults reported income with an average income of $800, $500 $106.71 per month. The average fair market for a one-bedroom apartment in Hillsborough County is $815. A person working for minimum wage, in parentheses, $8 and I don't know when this was printed, $8.10 in Florida, has a monthly income of approximately $1,400 before taxes, and therefore would need to use more than 50% of their net income on just housing costs alone. Thus, even if a homeless person can find work, their low income often cannot sustain them. Next myth: people experiencing homelessness are dangerous. Fact: homelessness is often associated with drugs, alcohol, violence, and crime. Life on the street can be perilous, perilous for homeless men and women, but few crimes are committed by people experiencing homelessness against those of us who try to help them. Next, people experiencing homelessness are lazy. Fact: I'm done. Oh my God, there's so much more. I can't. Let's go. Surviving on the streets takes more than we realize. Homeless men and women are often sleep deprived, cold, wet, and sick. Their minds, hearts, and bodies are exhausted. With no transportation, with little money, they can spend all day getting to food and maybe an appointment before they need to search for a safe place to sleep, all while trying to keep their personal possessions safe. It's not a life of ease. Though some help is available, they may have no idea where to begin navigating the maze of social service agencies and bureaucracy. Next myth: low income or fair housing should have conditions. Fact: many well-intentioned people have genuine concerns about offering low-income housing or free housing to people experiencing homelessness, suffering from alcoholism, drug addiction, or mental illness. Shouldn't their housing be dependent on their willingness to undergo psychiatric examinations or sober? Question mark. Yes, there is strong evidence that shows otherwise. Housing First and rapid rehousing programs, which provide access to housing without requiring participants to use other services such as mental and physical health care, addiction treatment, education, and employment options across the nation, have demonstrated success in ending homelessness for even the hardest to reach. For example, I'm not going into that. Next myth: there are ample services for people experiencing homelessness. Fact: while many organizations and programs in the Tampa-Hillsborough County community provide housing and services for homelessness individuals and families, the current level of resources does not meet the need. It does not. It does not. This, unfortunately, means that not everyone can get help. Unfortunately, our community is not alone in this reality. However, we have learned that the communities that are doing more than simply managing the need are those that have a coordinated common strategy plan that it goes, I can't. Next. Establishing services for people experiencing homelessness will cause more people from all around to migrate to a city. Fact: people experiencing homelessness who move to new areas do so because they are searching for work, have family in the area, or other reasons unrelated to services. According to the 2017 homeless count in Hillsborough County, 76% of people experiencing homelessness resided in the county for at least 1 year prior, in all caps, to providing homelessness. Last page. I'll let you go because I gotta go. Myth: homelessness will never happen to me. Fact: people experiencing homelessness never intended or expected to become homeless. They never thought they would become homeless. They've had solid jobs, houses, and families, but at some point, life fell apart. Even people on relatively sound financial footing are not immune to a series of unfortunate events leading to homelessness. Next myth: providing food and shelter only enables people to remain homelessness. Fact: food and shelter are essential for life. We build relationships with people in need by offering these and those outreach services like restrooms and mail services. Then we're unable to offer them something more through our recovery programs like counseling, addiction recovery, emotional healing, spiritual guidance, education, life skills, and job training. Okay. All right. So I'm going to close with this. A lot of us are like one paycheck away. I'm one of them. I go to work every day. One time my mother and father, they was getting up. My mother got up so early to go in the morning. My father would get up with her and they were talking, fool la la in the bathroom and talk and stuff like that. And I heard my mother and father joking about someone that they knew. And my mother and father was saying, yeah, they about to go to the po house. They going to the po house. It was a talk about the po house. P-O. Po. They going to the po house. I heard them talking about whoever this was going to the po house. That scared me as a child. I was eavesdropping and I was listening to them talk about somebody that was on their way to the po house. And right then I was like, the po house. I was like, oh my God, I don't want to go to the po house. That is still with me. I do not want to go to the po house. I do not want to go to a shelter. I don't want to be on the street. I don't want to be at a shelter. Whatever. And it drives me. Cream. Shout out to Biggie. Cream. Cash rule everything around me. Cash rule everything around me. If I don't go to work, I don't eat. That's fear. Work on that. I'm gonna work on that. Because some people just throw caution to the wind. They be like, F it. And they make a way and they succeed. So it all depends on where you stand in life and how you feel and stuff like that. I'm a young woman. Biggie said that's why I want my daughter to get a college plan so she don't need no man. He meant that. And there are people out there like, oh, you so independent. You too independent. Well, what else I'ma do? What else I'ma do? I gotta eat. I need a roof. I need shoes and clothes and food. I need all that. So yes. Yep. It's not a bad thing. And there are people that's like, yeah, you so independent. You ain't gonna do it. Who gonna do it? You talking to me? I'm out here by myself. You talking to me? I have to do it. So in closing, I saw a piece on 2020 many years ago. That's one of my favorite shows. Therefore, I got a lot of shows. And I don't know if it's Don Quixote's, I don't know. But one of them went out on the street and they ran across a homeless dude and they straight up asked him why, why are you homeless? And I saw it with my own two eyes. He said, cuz the government paid for me. He said, I don't have to get no job. They pay for me, whatever. So I think that's where it comes from. They choose to do that. But when I saw that on 2020, this was years ago. I was like, dang, they don't have no bills. They don't have no worries. They don't have nothing to worry about, So it kind of make people think like that. Well, you want to be like this. You want to be, but no, mental illness is real. They don't have they don't have the capacity to think properly and make proper decisions and stuff like that. Substance abuse, a lot of that stuff. There's a lot of different components or whatever. So it's kind of like when you see a homeless person, you got to rethink like, if I ain't got it, I ain't got it. I did something on that. Look it up. If I ain't got it, look, I ain't got it either. Shut. I don't get paid till Friday. I'm over here stretching too. I know how to shop. I know how to buy. I got from my mother. I got meat in the freezer. I got corn in the freezer. I got stuff. So if it ever get down to the get down, I got non-perishables and stuff like that. I can make tuna fish. You know what I'm saying? I know how to do it. I know how to live. I know how to survive. If it get down to the get down. Huh. Noodles. One time I went to work one time, this chicken on the floor, she wasn't in my unit. Her lunch, she had straight up macaroni, no sauce, no cheese, no nothing. Salt and pepper. I saw the pepper, but I know she put some salt on there. And some butter. I'm sure she put butter on there. And she was straight up eating some macaroni with straight butter, salt, and pepper. Okay? Okay? Okay. I know how to live. I know how to survive. And if I ain't got it, I ain't got it. I said this in one of my other videos. Some of the homeless people, they got attitudes or whatever. It kind of make you, it's off. It kind of put you in a space. You be like, dang. A homeless person, they will be like, that's it? That's all you got? It's happened to me before. It's like, what? So it's hard to tell. Then I hear other stories about how it's a scam. They get out there, dress all messed up, got they sign, and they walk around the corner, jump into their car, and go home. I haven't seen that proven, so I don't know, so I ain't gonna speak about it. But anyway, what I'm saying, it's a real thing, and it make you think, and it make you wonder. Like our country, we help all these other countries. We help all these other people, and it's people in the USA are food deprived, starving. When I learned that, this was a couple years ago, when they threw tons and tons and tons of water away. I don't think it was Katrina. Nah, it was probably one after that. They found out tons and tons of all this bottled water was thrown away because the expiration date was, the water, the expiration date on the bottle was out of date, and they tossed all that stuff away. Yeah. It make you wonder. I used to work at McDonald's when I was a teenager. That was my first job. We was on clothes, and me and my friends, we had a ball. It was cool. We was slipping on grease, eating fries. It was cool. And then the cook, he made our burgers the way y'all don't eat them. We was like, ooh, I want this on this, that on that. That it's not even on the menu. So our meal, and the cook would be like, okay, and he would be like, okay. I'd be like, so and so. Put that on that, and I want it on that, or whatever. But at the end of the shift, we was throwing all that food away. And I asked the manager, I said, why? I said, can't we get the stuff away? And he said, we can't do that. He said, it's just against the law. He said, we can't do that because people, they get sick or they might sue or stuff like that. So food is being thrown away. Let me go. There are people, I forgot their name. It's kind of like dumpster divers where they go in and get stuff out the dumpster. There are people that do it for food. My cheap, not my strange addiction. It's something called TLC. Got it. Look it up. Not my strange addiction. I love that. Cheapskates. Y'all better look up cheapskates. Y'all will be surprised. It was a millionaire cheapskate. If y'all got some time on y'all hands, y'all better look up cheapskates. Y'all will not believe how cheap people are. And I'm not the one or the two or the three. I'm responsible with my money, but it's some cheap ass motherfuckers out here. They don't even have to be. They spouses be looking at them like, you. It is so entertaining. You don't even have to be like that. See, I don't like that. I'm just going to be transparent. I don't like that. I don't like that. This one guy, I don't like that. You not going to go to your job and squeeze out all the sanitation stuff out the bathroom just so you can have soap in your... Listen, honey, y'all better look up cheapskates. If I go to your house, sweetheart, and you put that lasagna in the dishwasher with your dishes because the heat Go cook that lasagna. I can't eat it after you. I can't eat after you. This whole girl, she straight up made a lasagna, put the foil on, she sealed it good. She put it in the dishwasher with her dishes because she said the hot water and the heat, all that is going to clean her dishes and it's going to cook that lasagna. And she had people over, y'all. So entertaining. She had people over and she had salad, lasagna. And after everybody was done, whatever was left on y'all plate, like, you eat a salad, the dressing you had a little extra dressing or whatever. She raked that dressing back in the bottle so she can use it again. See, that's what I'm talking about, child. You nasty. It's cheap and it's nasty. You cheap and nasty, sweetheart. Sorry. And your man was on there like, he ain't wanna get you on camera. He ain't wanna get you on camera. Don't you ever serve me lasagna out your dishwasher. My name is Erica LaShawn. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks, bye.